Reasons behind General Danjuma's visit to Aso Villa. In what is seen as a clear departure from the past, General T.Y. Danjuma returned to Aso Villa today after he was blocked from meeting the president in the last several years by the cabals whose arrowhead Abakari passed away recently. Inside sources disclosed this afternoon that Danjuma, who came to visit his old protege, President Muhammad Buhari, was blocked from visiting the villa after he asked for a meeting few years ago to visit the president and used the opportunity of that visit then to advise the president to fire his then chief of staff, Abakari, and some other people working around the president. Sources said Danjuma told the president then that Kyari and some of the other people around him were incompetent and had become a liability to the president and the administration. When Danjuma left, the late Abakari found out about what Danjuma had told his principal, the president, and with the convenience of other members of the cabal, decided to ensure that Danjuma no longer gets invited to the villa. The then chief of staff, Cruz, was that Kiari was actually the one that scheduled the meeting for Danjuma, only for the retired general to use the opportunity to seek his removal. In the event, Danjuma did not get any other opportunity to meet the president in the villa again and only communicated with him by correspondence. It is believed that Danjuma's critical attitude to the administration grew out of this situation and how the kitchen cabinet of the president decided to continue to snub him. But Danjuma is well known as one of the few senior military officers whom the president respects tremendously during and after his military career. In fact, a number of ministers, including the current Minister of Health, were nominated to the president by Danjuma. The health minister, Dr. Osage Ehanire, is known to be married to a relative of Danjuma. The return of Danjuma to the villa where he met the president today on Monday, May 18th, 2020, is now being regarded as another proof that the cabal has been truly defeated. It started last week with the selection of Professor Ibrahim Gambari, a move that has left the cabal in serious panic, especially because not only were they not consulted before Gambari was picked by the president, but the president rebuffed every move by some of the members of the cabal for a meeting since after the death of Kiari. Some in the cabal had pushed forward former Foreign Affairs Minister Babagana Kingibe, a member of the cabal, to take the position of Kiari, but the president backed. Then Ismaila Fontua, a retired newspaper publisher, was again nominated, and the president again refused, forcing both of them to hurry to the media to declare they were never interested in the position. According to a Villa source, less than 1 week after Gambari took the job, you see the return of Danjuma to the villa to visit his protege. Expects many more reversal and revelation of the damage the cabal has caused the president and the country all these years. Thank you for listening to this news. Well, viewers, it is a welcome development listening to the decision of the president. Anyway, I am not surprised. This is what it's supposed to be, you know. Uh, just like Abakiari was picked unexpectedly, just like President Buhari gave Nigerians the shock of their life. That is how these these people that is how the Aso Villa cabals were also given the shock of their life seeing Dr. Danjuma once again in Aso Rock. You know, one thing about an organization is if they see someone trying to expose their ass, they will start doing everything humanly possible to see to the total removal of that person. You can imagine Abakari, late Abakari. You can see what we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? That very soon we'll start seeing the reality about Abakari. You are saying that now. You've heard it that Kiari has been one of the very big factor preventing Dr. Danjuma from meeting President Buhari because he knows uh, Dr. Danjuma knows so much about his dirty linens, and he was afraid of being exposed. You can see that. You can see that when we're saying that we have people controlling Aso Rock, we're talking about Abakiari. You can see that. Well, all good and fine. It's no more. Now, the remaining cabals in Aso Rock will now receive the remaining shock of their life. I think the coming of Danjuma to Aso Rock is going to bring some changes and expose some dirty linens. We have a lot of dirty people in Aso Rock that that have dirty plans for this country. Um, to me, I would say that it would all go well if President Buhari will give Dr. Danjuma a listening ear, so that you can be able to expose those dirty cabals, people like Gaba Shehu, who was uh, thrown away easily by Aisha Buhari, and people like the new selected chief of staff. I know his legs will be shaking now because he has never had any good record all his life, and he will never have. Someone that have occupied many reputable positions yet never had a very good record. You served in the international country and also in Nigeria, yet no good record was given about you. People are just being enticed by the level and quality of your qualification. That is why, in fact, organizations should learn from this. That is not every sound qualification uh, when was properly attained. Some people just attained that sound qualification, but it wasn't them that attained it. You understand? Some people never have it inside. They just have that certificate, but they cannot defend it, and that is the person of Gambari.